Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Crypto Market back for another video. In today's video, I want to give you guys my top 3 altcoins for the month of December and give you guys some kind of price prediction. But before we get into it, I just want to state that while I'm giving you these coins in December, this does not mean I think these coins are going to find their final form this month and, go on some huge rally. I just want to make sure that these coins are on your radar so you guys know what they are, and I just want to bring them to your attention really because I think they have some huge value. And the first one I want to get into is Luxo. So Luxo is a coin that I've had for a long time, and I think it's one of the ones that's really going to pop off in the next run. So Luxo is a blockchain quoted by itself for the new digital lifestyle, and it is actually created by a former Ethereum developer called Fabian Volgesteller. So he was the author of ERC20 and ERC725. So in summary, Luxo is a coin and an ecosystem really that defines itself as building a brand on NFTs and universal profiles. So think about your Instagram profile, your Facebook, who you are right now in real life social media, and then sort of apply that into a world of blockchain and being universal on the blockchain. So having a wallet attached to you that you can then attach to something else and have a name and a username to connect everything. So Luxo is really sort of what I like to imagine it as, is kind of like a social media for blockchain technology, but it's also its own ecosystem. It has NFTs and a lot of really good things that the project has been doing recently, and it's just been building a long time. They are super active. They recently launched staking and rollout of the Luxo mainnet. So it's a project that has seen a lot of, good and smart investors that have hopped in, and it's actually up 20% today. So Luxo is a really good project. I promise you guys. I don't want to make any promises about where to put your money, but me personally, I have a lot of trust in Fabian. Not even in terms of just price action, just in terms of building what they want to build and delivering on that. But the second coin I want to get into is Injective. Now, Injective or the Injective protocol, it is a DeFi coin. So it's centralized around decentralized finance. It's a blockchain built for finance, and it is an open layer 1 blockchain powering generation DeFi application. So it's a layer 1 solution essentially that it has its own DEX, and it really works with DEXs really well to sort of combine a lot of different things. Now, there's different terminology and words that I use that aren't really going to make sense, and to me some of these things don't make a lot of sense unless you dive very deep into it. So I would suggest you guys look things up for yourself and find different summaries that make sense to you. But it is a blockchain built for finance, and it just has a lot of really good use cases if you really dive into it well. Now, one of them that I've been seeing a lot is the fact that it can combine different liquidities on different exchanges. So for example, you can set an order on Binance and then have the same order show on KuCoin. And now why that is valuable is because it can give certain tokens the liquidity it needs in order to really have volume and have people that can just open up to a new market in terms of having people on their project and stuff like that. But Injective is one of these ones that's going to run without a doubt, just because of how people have been using it recently in terms of different projects. Now, Injective currently has a market cap of $1.5 billion, so it's not super low. Luxo has a market cap of 250 million. So I think Injective having a market cap around $3 billion is sort of seems very reasonable. Now, saying that, it's just throwing numbers out there. I don't really like it when people do that, but you just have to look at the framework and the research for yourself, and then I think the value will sort of come to your head and you'll go, I know why people are really hyping this up. So my last one I want to talk about is Polkadot. Now, Polkadot is a coin that's been around for a long time. I'm sure you guys know of it. It currently has a market cap of 7 billion. Now, Polkadot, the reason I want to talk about it is because of what's coming next year. Polkadot 2.0 is rolling out, so it's introducing a fundamental shift in allocating resources, simplifying developers' utilization of the project, and it's essentially upgrading the whole system. And Polkadot is one of those projects that has been around for a long time. I remember in the last run, it was one of those sort of top 15 to top 20 cryptos, and it slowly crept out of that just because it's a crypto that's used by other projects. So when you're in a bear run, not really many people are going to pay attention to it because they're not really using it, if you know what I mean. But when things start to pick up, and I think they really initially have already, I really think Polkadot's going to be up there again in terms of a price prediction. The market cap is already pretty high at around 7 billion. I think anywhere between 30 to 25 is where we'll sit at the next run. So in terms of price action, that's about a 4x. So, somewhere between $20 to $22. But again, throwing numbers out there just seems like unreasonable, and it is. So I'm gonna be careful with doing that. But I think Polkadot is a midterm market cap option. It's a really safe bet. It's a safe horse to place your money on, literally. So in the next run, it's going to be one of those that creeps into the top 20, top 15, just because of how many connections it has with other projects. And especially with the rollout of 2.0, if it manages to, gain just a little bit of traction, people are going to go, oh, okay, Polkadot is really doing its thing here. Similar with what we've seen with the likes of Chainlink, I really think it's going to have a similar kind of move. And I easily see it at around about $12 within the next year or so. But that has been my video for today. So I've highlighted Polkadot, which has been my sort of bigger term market cap option at around 7 billion, Injective at around 1.5 billion, and Luxo at 280 million. So in terms of market cap, you guys have to look out for market cap because that's really going to show how much money is necessarily needed to influx and pump it. So coins with lower market cap are theoretically going to pump higher, or percentage wise, they're just going to pump more because they have a low market cap. So they don't need as much funds and they don't need as much capital coming in.